It's Wrestling on the Spectrum with Brody the Brain Herman. He doesn't just watch wrestling, he decodes it. From the deep history of wrestling to today's matches in the ring and beyond. Get a deeper dive in the world of professional wrestling. And now, here's Patrico, Flying Ryan, and Brody the Brain Herman. This is Wrestling on the Spectrum.
Here on Wrestling on the Spectrum, Ryan and Tony, how are y'all doing today?
Brody, are you excited about something? Is there something that you're excited about? I don't know.
I think all of us as wrestling fans are excited. You know what today is? WrestleMania.
It's incredible. The moment that we walked in, I got here first, and then Brody came in shortly behind me, and this dude has been bouncing off the walls, and I think wrestling fans alike are in the same exact spot that we are, Brody. It is WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania 42, live from Las Vegas, happens tonight, night one happening this evening. Welcome, everybody, to Wrestling on the Spectrum. My name is Tony Patrico. You spell that
Oh, baby!
And joined, as always, by Flying Ryan Swingler. Ryan, how we doing this weekend?
I'm doing great on this weekend. How are you, Tony?
I'm great, man. It's a beautiful WrestleMania weekend. We're super excited. And, of course, joined, as always, by Brody the Brain Herman. So, Brody, question that I have for you right off the bat here, okay? It is WrestleMania. If I'm not a wrestling fan, okay, I'm just a casual dude that likes sports and I'm just a man's man or I'm a gal's gal. What is WrestleMania?
WrestleMania is the grandest stage of them all. It is WWE's biggest event of the year. It's like the Super Bowl, the World Series, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup. It is the grandest stage of them all. It is WrestleMania. The biggest matches, the biggest settles the score, all end at WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year.
Would you say that WrestleMania is the culmination of the wrestling year and also the reset of the wrestling year?
Absolutely. The year starts and ends at WrestleMania. It's the biggest event of the year.
So every era kind of has its, this is where everything changed moment.
Yep.
And I think WrestleMania is the event where these changes happen.
Absolutely.
You know, the biggest shifts in storyline happen at Mania. The closing of a chapter of a storyline, Mania. The crowning of the next big thing happens at WrestleMania. So before we dive into the two-night WrestleMania 42 card that, again, starts this evening, live from Las Vegas, let's talk about just kind of the historical significance of WrestleMania. And it's great because, you know, first things first, I want to give some love to our sponsors here, Brown and Crouppen, online at getbc.com. But like, there are opportunities, and thanks to Brown and Crouppen, we, you know, got an opportunity for somebody to go see SmackDown while it was here in St. Louis.
Yep.
This event, whether you're watching from the stands in Vegas, whether you're watching from the couch and you're watching on ESPN Unlimited, or if you're even illegally streaming it, this is an event that people make plans for.
Of course.
It's a huge, significant event. So go back real quick and just give me like a brief history of WrestleMania and how it has meant so much to professional wrestling as a whole.
It certainly has. WrestleMania started in 1985 and is the longest standing tradition in WWE when it comes to an event. And the namesake WrestleMania has been around since 1985, and many historical moments have happened at this event. WrestleMania 3 in front of 93,000 people in the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, Michigan, where Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. Several moments have happened here. Stars have been made. Steve Austin was crowned at WrestleMania 14. It's when stars win championships, often for the first time. Many memorable matches have happened at WrestleMania. Bret Hart and Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13. I mean, you talk about Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon's ladder match. Several historical moments have happened at this event. And when people think about wrestling pay-per-view events, the first event they will always think of is WrestleMania.
Now, here's my question for you. And this is something that I know for a fact that a lot of people didn't realize, is that if WrestleMania 1 isn't as big as WrestleMania 1 is, pro wrestling as a whole looks very different today.
It does.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, they weren't sure that WrestleMania was going to even work.
No, a lot was riding on WrestleMania.
And Vince McMahon went all in.
Yes,
so
he did.
If this faltered, if this failed at WrestleMania 1, the WWF might have not survived.
Right.
And we would have been back to territory days. But it was a gamble that was taken. And that gamble, that risk, paid off and altered professional wrestling and how and everything. I mean, it altered absolutely everything moving forward. And it's absolutely incredible that we have the opportunity to talk about wrestling with you guys here today. Brody, I have a challenge. I have a challenge that I want to
Sure.
do this right away. Can you name every main event from WrestleMania?
I can name every title match from WrestleMania. Did it finish last is the question. I'm not sure. But I can name you every title match from every WrestleMania, like when the title was on the line. I don't know if it finished last or not.
Okay, well, try your best.
So WrestleMania 1 would have been Hogan and Mr. T versus Piper and Orndorff.
Are you going to do the titles or are you going to do the main events?
I do titles because WrestleMania 2 is Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy. WrestleMania 3 is Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan. WrestleMania 4 would be Randy Savage and Ted DiBiase. WrestleMania 5 would be Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. WrestleMania 6, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. WrestleMania 7, Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter. WrestleMania 8, we had 2 co-main events, Randy Savage versus Sid Justice. WrestleMania 9 would be Hulk Hogan and Yokozuna, Bret Hart versus Yokozuna, then Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna. WrestleMania 10, I believe, was Bret Hart and Yokozuna. WrestleMania 11 was Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow. WrestleMania 12 would be Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, 60-minute Iron Man match. WrestleMania 13, Sid versus The Undertaker. WrestleMania 14, Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 15, The Rock versus Steve Austin. WrestleMania 16, The Rock, Steve Austin, Mick Foley, and The Big Show. WrestleMania 17, Steve Austin versus The Rock. WrestleMania 18, I believe that was Chris Jericho versus Triple H. WrestleMania 19, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. WrestleMania 20, I want to say, was the Chris Benoit Triple H with Shawn Michaels in the three-way as well. I believe at WrestleMania 21, it was Batista or Triple H or John Cena versus JBL. Both were the title matches. WrestleMania 22, John Cena versus Triple H. WrestleMania 23, John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 24, is that Edge versus The Undertaker?
Yes.
No, it is. Okay,
yes.
so
Keep
WrestleMania 25 would be Randy Orton versus Triple H. WrestleMania 26 would be Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. WrestleMania 27, it would be The Miz versus John Cena. WrestleMania 28, John Cena versus The Rock. WrestleMania 29, John Cena versus The Rock. WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Batista. WrestleMania 31 would have been Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins cashes in. WrestleMania 32 would be Roman Reigns, Triple H. WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. WrestleMania 34, I believe it was either Roman and Brock or Shinsuke and AJ. WrestleMania 35, I think was the women's main event, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and it was Kofi Mania. I believe WrestleMania 36 was Drew versus Brock. WrestleMania 37, I want to say, was Daniel Bryan. It was a Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar versus Edge. I would say that WrestleMania 38 would have been Roman and Brock. WrestleMania 39, Cody and Roman. WrestleMania 40, Cody and Roman. WrestleMania 41, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. WrestleMania 42, a 2-night event, will be Cody and Randy the first night, and it will be Roman and Punk the second night.
Cut it, man. Give it.
For those of you that aren't watching this podcast and you guys are listening to us on the Podcast Heat Network, he didn't look at anything, folks.
No.
That's just him going off the top of his dome.
Wow.
I can't tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday, but our man Brody the Brain Herman just ran down every main event, every title defense, major title defense at WrestleMania.
He didn't even know the questions either coming in.
No, I didn't tell him anything. This proves why this is such a big deal. Okay. That right there. You have remembered every title match. And Brody, as always, remind people, what year were you born?
2002.
2002. The very first WrestleMania was 1985. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge, giant event that whether you are a wrestling fan or not, I'm telling you, I've seen the sports fans on socials really complaining that ESPN has been dumping a whole lot of promotion into WrestleMania. But that's where we are today. There was, I would say, Brody, back in the 80s, there was decent promotion for professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan was on SNL. I mean, Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper. I mean, celebrities at WrestleMania are not new.
Right. Not new at all. But let's just say from the early 90s into the, I would even say early 2010s, wrestling was not as accepted by the mainstream as it is today, correct?
Correct.
Because today it is, I mean, I know people that...
Do you know what's on ESPN? I mean, it's actually promoted as a real sport on ESPN.
It sure the hell is. And to be honest with you, it is a real sport. And I always love the wrestlers that, whether they be on the indie scene or they're retired or they're even still wrestling today, they will say, sure, some of the things are predetermined, but you do not know how to plan for jumping off of the top rope, falling off of a ladder. You put 6 guys in a ring with a giant ladder and a title up top. You can plan all you want, but you still have to be athletic. You still have to be smart, and you have to be able to execute what you guys plan. And that is where the beauty and the art of wrestling comes into play. Brody, just give people just a quick little glimpse at what are some of your favorite WrestleMania moments throughout the years?
I would say Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, those 2 matches, WrestleMania 25, WrestleMania 26. That's one off the top of my head. I would say Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
I would say Kofi Kingston winning at WrestleMania 35 was a big moment when it happened.
I'll tell you this, one of my favorite moments, and it came in recent times, is I think as much as and I'll be honest when I say this, I don't like Cody Rhodes as much as I should, because I feel like for a while there, WWE tried to force me to like him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I was forced.
By the way, Cody Rhodes' 4th consecutive main event of WrestleMania,
which is incredible. And Cody for the business. But I think that WrestleMania 40, when he finished the story, dude, like I was all about it. I was all about it, man. Just because of the fact that I thought it was such great storytelling that lasted 2 full years.
It did.
And WrestleMania is the exact perfect time to make that happen. So again, we went from a 1-night spectacle to a 2-night, sometimes marathon. I mean, these 2-night manias do seem incredibly long, but I think it's the right move. We went from pure wrestling in the ring to part wrestling, part Super Bowl halftime show, correct?
Absolutely.
I mean, it is definitely, I mean, I think, Mania back in the day used to have like 30 matches on it. Like, it was insane, the amount of actual wrestling they put on.
You got to over-deliver, though.
You sure did. We went from Mr. T to Floyd Mayweather to Bad Bunny, and now we've got streamers and influencers in the ring.
That's right.
Titles didn't always main event. Now everything is built around the title, right?
Like,
that is just how
the title is almost always on the line.
WrestleMania used to be, how many tickets can we sell? And now it's, how can we break the internet? What can we do to get people talking, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do. So before we start previewing this card here, we talked about your favorite matches. What are some of the silliest things that have happened at Mania?
You want to talk about the saddest moment I've ever had watching WrestleMania? That was Sting losing.
Yeah.
I was so sad. I wasn't even as sad when Brock beat The Undertaker, because I always in my head felt like that streak was going to end at some point.
Yeah.
I always did. As a wrestling guy, I hate to say this, I always knew the streak was going to end in my head. I'm like, if it's The Undertaker's final match, it'll end the streak. That's what I thought. I'm like, he'll retire and the streak will end, and he retires.
Yeah.
He goes off in the sunset, the pyro goes off, and he disappears. He's out of the ring, and he lost. He puts a guy over on the way out. That's always how I thought. I always thought the streak would end.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it would happen at that moment, so I was surprised. I was shocked. I was just sad because I was so excited when Sting came into WWE. I saw his debut live in person at Survivor Series in St. Louis, and then he gets buried by Triple H at WrestleMania for a self-serving purpose. I was kind of sad.
Which, by the way, There's Sting in the ring, and then the NWO, who he feuded with the entire time the NWO was in existence, came out to help. That right there, I get the nostalgia part of it, but it also was like, okay, now this is forced. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But you're right. It was a bummer to see him basically get his ass kicked by Triple H. I think one of the silliest moments for me.
Pete Rose getting pile driven by Kane.
There you go. That's one. But also, if you guys remember, Snooki had a WrestleMania match.
Oh yeah, she did have a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
match.
And won. Snooki won a WrestleMania match. Very silly. Donald Trump in the Battle of the Billionaires. Real WrestleMania event.
Do you know who is? I think his wrestler was Bobby Lashley, I
Yeah.
think, and Vince's was Umaga.
Like,
Yeah.
I look at that and I go, can you imagine that type of match on the card this weekend?
I don't
It
think it would fly today because people
No.
don't like the silliness.
No way. Now, I'll tell you what. One thing that I have to do is give props to WWE for the Mania during COVID.
Yeah.
They took, listen, that could have floundered. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, there were parts that it really did. But like that Boneyard match, holy hell, man. You want to talk about cinema?
That was Taker's final match against AJ.
And guess what? Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I just saw that they're auctioning off the coffin, and both AJ and Taker signed it. They're auctioning that off. I mean, incredible. That is something where you take what you got and you make it into something spectacular. And I think, honestly, that is what Mania is. I was looking online trying to find some of the silly moments at Mania. One of the things that everybody talks about is the Giant Gonzalez. Everybody talks about how, what are we doing here? And that is like one of my favorite things, that bodysuit.
It's
was
the worst
at-
WrestleMania match the Undertaker ever had.
Which
It's
is-
not even close.
Which is so hard. You know, like, it is tough to have a bad WrestleMania match.
Wasn't
with
it a
Taker.
DQ? Wasn't that the finish?
Who the hell knows, man? That's how ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
It's a Taker match that people forget what happens. When that is the case, you know you've done dropped the ball. So here we go, man. I want you. Let's go match by match.
All right.
We'll give our thoughts. We'll give our predictions. One thing that I did want to do, Ryan, I want you, and you don't have to do it now. You know, you can go back as you're editing the audio. I want you for next week to have all of our predictions, and we can see how well we did.
Okay.
Got you.
So we could see how well Wrestling on the Spectrum predicted WrestleMania, which starts tonight on ESPN Unlimited. You can watch it. Brody, do you know what time things get
Yes,
kicked
it's
up?
going to be at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, ESPN Plus, ESPN Unlimited plan. So think ESPN Unlimited when thinking about WrestleMania, 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
Beautiful. All right, so let's kick off night number one. I know we've got a Jonas brother singing the anthem, or
I'm
God
sure we
Bless
do.
America. You know, I haven't really dug into who the, anthem singer, the God Bless America. I didn't really dig
John
into that.
Cena's hosting.
John Cena's going to host. We know he's going to do some shenanigans. Somebody's probably going to get an AA. It's going to be entertaining. Listen, say what you will about John Cena. I know some people are like, already coming back? John Cena is an entertainer, guys.
Yep.
John Cena, even if you hate John Cena, he ain't going to affect this card any. He's going to
No, he's not wrestling on it.
Nope. He's going to come out. He's going to say thank you to the people. He's going to read the attendance number. He's going to do something in the night, and great. So John Cena hosts. Let's get into the matches.
Yes, the first match we are going to talk about is the Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. The Irresistible Forces are defending the title. That is Nia Jax and Lash Legend will be defending their titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bella Twins, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella. Now, there are rumors Nikki Bella is injured, and a replacement tag team partner will be the Glampire Page.
Yeah, I saw yesterday they announced, or like the wrestling dirt sheets were saying that apparently Nikki Bella has not been medically cleared to compete. Also yesterday, kind of shocking the wrestling world, not only was it announced that Paige has re-signed with the WWE,
By many wrestling sources on the internet.
but it's a multi-year deal, according to these folks, too. And some credible sources, some people that have broken
Now,
some big
let's
stories.
say that Nikki Bella is cleared to wrestle. This does not mean that Paige will not be returning to WWE.
Correct. Yeah. If for whatever reason this match starts and they go, ladies and gentlemen, Brie Bella's tag team partner is Natty. Don't sit there and go, everybody was wrong, because there are multiple moments, whether it be this weekend or Monday, where I think we do see Paige in the WWE ring.
I agree with you. I have the Bella Twins winning this match.
Even even Nancy Bella.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think, you know what? They're coming back. They're returning. They're not going to come back and just lose. I think they're going to win, and then they're going to drop the tag team titles to another deserving tag team.
Do you think they drop it at Raw after Mania? Because we know.
No, I think the Bella Twins keep it.
Raw
If
after
Nikki is
Mania.
injured and Nikki comes back, Nikki and Brie will probably drop it at SummerSlam.
Yeah. So for those of you, again, unfamiliar, Raw after Mania, I mean, we can almost say that WrestleMania is 3 nights.
Yeah, basically.
Because the Raw after Mania is damn near a PLE.
Yes.
There's usually a huge giant debut, title change.
Absolutely.
Something incredible happens. So Raw after Mania is something that we throw in there. Who in this match, Brody, who in this match needs to win the most?
Who needs it?
Who needs it? I'm not going to say who
honestly,
you think is going to win.
Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair don't need to win this match. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria really don't need to win this match. It's either the Irresistible Forces retain or the Bella Twins win it so they can drop it and elevate somebody else in the future.
Do you think that this is a, hey, we got to get the women
showcased
on the
it's
card?
one of those early matches on the card, preliminary matches. Let's get a bunch of women on the card.
Yeah, and I think honestly, and listen, I'm just going to say this. This is one of those matches where I feel like it was put together to get a lot of the female talent on the card, but this does also have potential to be a pretty rad match. Lyra, awesome. Bayley, awesome. Charlotte, Alexa, great. I mean, the Irresistible Forces or whatever they're called, I mean, they are incredible to watch in the ring. Lash Legend is awesome. So there is an opportunity for this to be a really entertaining match.
Absolutely.
While also showcasing the female talent that you have on your roster.
Yes.
I think it's great. Brody, official prediction for this match at
Bella
WrestleMania.
Twins. I'm going to say the
Bella Twins. Ryan, what about you?
I'm agreeing with, you know what? Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
That's my pick. I think they retain.
They retain.
I think they retain. I think you put the belt on them, you rock and roll with them for a while, and then maybe even the Monday after Mania,
No title change.
you know, you take the belts from her, you do something, or maybe Nikki Bella is not cleared to wrestle tonight, but she's cleared to wrestle on Monday, and then the Bella Twins get their one-on-one straight up shot. I don't know. We'll have to see, but Ryan and myself, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, Brody, Bella Twins. What's the next match on the card?
All right, next match we're going to talk about Division. Logan Paul and Austin Theory in I Show Speed with Paul Heyman versus the Usos, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso in LA Knight. I'm going with Division. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed. My official prediction of this match will be those 3 guys. I think the celebrities come out on top. The celebrity heels are going to beat the baby faces. I just think that there's more ceiling there to elevate these guys. And with the Usos and LA Knight, it's an odd pairing, in my opinion. It's just bizarre and kind of strange.
Very weird. I think that kind of group was forced together. I think there was kind of
I mean, you have so many, like you have Solo, you've got Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Hikuleo.
But I think they were like, what the hell do we have LA Knight do at Mania?
Right.
Okay, here's what we have him do.
LA Knight's been fighting the Vision for like, I don't even know how
Forever.
Yeah,
forever.
It seems like it's an ongoing thing.
And has the Vision kind of dissipated?
It is completely dissipated. That's wwhy I'm surprised that Paul Heyman's even coming out with these guys. Like, it seems like this is gone. And this might be Logan Paul's faction now. Because, I mean, you lost Breaker, you lost Reed, you lost Rollins. That's your 3-star power that made this faction interesting.
Right.
They're gone now. My question for you, Brody, is this. So this is one of the matches that will be shown for free tonight on ESPN2 during the quote-unquote pre-show.
No doubt that it is.
They're not calling it a pre-show, but, I mean, if they're showing it to you for free, it's a pre-show, okay?
Yeah, basically.
So this will be one of those matches on there. Very smart by WWE. Put 2 of the biggest streamers in the world. Put them on free TV to get people interested. I just don't know if they give the win to I Show Speed.
I'm sure they do.
Because, well, WWE loves to abuse the hell out of I Show Speed.
I don't feel like the baby faces. Who cares about if the Usos and LA Knight win? I don't care if they win.
They're not
the draw of the match. They're just there.
Right. There's no stake in this match. That's my whole thing. There's no stake.
No tag titles.
So whoever wins this match, what the hell does this do moving forward?
Nothing.
Because I Show Speed goes away. I Show Speed is not going to be a WWE wrestler.
Oh, don't discount that.
Maybe.
Oh, you never know.
Oh, God have mercy. But I don't know. I just think that this is one of those matches. In my opinion, this is the perfect match of, hey, WWE, you're a fan of WWE, you're going to tune in no matter what. non-WWE fans, I Show Speed is here. Check it out. This match, I think, is going to be sloppy. Don't expect anything spectacular for this match. Watch I
Would
Show
you have made
Speed.
the match no rules in Tony's perfect world? Would you have made this match no rules?
No, because that does nothing either.
Okay.
The only thing I want to see is I want I Show Speed to do something cool. And what I mean by something cool is do something wrestling. Do something where I go, holy hell, he prepped for this. For example, just like when Jelly Roll came out and wrestled. Jelly Roll trained. Jelly Roll did a few things where I went, damn, I could believe it. Do that for me, and I'll be happy with this match. Otherwise, this is probably the match on the card that I do not care about the most.
Okay.
Who you said you think?
I think
the
the Vision
Vision
wins.
wins.
I think Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed win.
All right, Ryan, what about you?
Oh, I'm going with the Vision as well.
I'm not. I'm going with the Usos and LA Knight, and mostly.
Are you sure about this? That I Show Speed and Logan Paul are going to book themselves on WrestleMania, and the pitch to them is, "Hey guys, you're going to lose to LA Knight and the Usos."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do believe that that's the case, and I'm telling you, I think it's because I Show Speed was put on this card for the name, and that's it.
Okay.
Like there was no advancement of this.
That's fine.
I would not be surprised that after this match, you see totally different story arcs for Logan Paul, for Austin.
Oh, I
Theory,
think so.
For Jey Uso.
No, this match has no meaning at all except the celebrity match.
Yep, that's it. And to me, I'm going to go ahead and say that the WWE in the remainder of 2026 is going to find something to do with LA Knight, and they started here at Mania by giving him the W.
All right.
That's my thought. That's my thought. What else do we got in the card?
Oh, we got a next match here, but before that, I want to show these shoes. Got this going. We're going to tell you why. Michael Brahman, shout out to him for creating these shoes. And look at this. You can't deny this. I want everyone to take a look at these.
Are those Gunther's?
Gunther's shoes we got going on.
Look
here.
at
These are beautiful.
those,
Oh,
dude.
wow. Look.
So wait a minute. Who made these for you?
Michael Brahman.
Who's that? Well,
He's a fan of our show.
that is incredible, Michael. Look at those things.
Woohoo.
Holy
Shout out
hell.
Michael, man. I may have to give me some Gunthers.
I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
Michael, I might have to get you some. I might have to get you some Jordans and have you create me some. I think I want some NWO Jordan 1s. So I might have to get you some Jordans and see if you can make me some NWO Jordan 1s. That is
Absolutely. And the reason I'm
awesome.
showing those
Incredible,
shoes,
dude. I love that.
I love it too. Thank you, Michael. And of course, the reason I'm showing those shoes is it's Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Nothing at stake here. It's just going to be a classic wrestling match. It's going to deliver in the ring. It's not going to be a long match, but here's the key that makes this match intriguing. Paul Heyman. He keeps talking about Gunther now. Yep. This is his new thing. He owes Gunther a favor. Does it pay off at WrestleMania or does it pay off at SummerSlam?
You predicted last week that you think the favor will be delivering Brock Lesnar to Gunther at SummerSlam.
I absolutely do.
I cannot find a better argument than that. I think that is perfect because not only is it the logical thing to do because Gunther is a career killer, but you set up a match at WrestleMania you set the match up at WrestleMania for SummerSlam, people talk about Gunther versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. And
People
all you need to do is
about
after the match, after Gunther wins, he gets out of the ring and they do a backstage little thing where Heyman and Gunther just glance at each other. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's great. And I'll tell you what, one of the things that I'm looking forward to in this match the most, if you really look at it, it is the worker versus the violence. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins, the worker, the guy that he is one of the few wrestlers. I would throw AJ Styles in this mix. When I see them in the ring, I go, well, that guy's giving 100%, 100% of the time.
Absolutely.
I'm like, he working.
100% of the time, he's giving it 100%. So there's the work rate. Then you add in the technical skills from Gunther.
Absolutely.
And the pure violence that he brings. You want to talk about this match, okay? This match, and follow me here. I think can be taken from WrestleMania 2026 and put on the card in WrestleMania 1988.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
And people would love it. Now, trust me, Ryan, Brody, if I take a lot of these matches and put it on those old school cards, they get slammed by purist wrestling fans. This match is a wrestling fan's dream wrestling match. I can't wait to see this. Yes, a bit of a clash in the two styles. But both of these guys can adapt. Of course. And it's going to be awesome.
I think Gunther wins.
Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Brody's going Gunther. Ryan, who you picking?
I want Seth to win, but it makes sense for Gunther to win.
This is the first time we agree on this, fellas. I'm going Gunther here. I think they have the rocket on his back. I think the way you continue to build him as a monster and put the thought in my head that he can beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam is giving him the win here. And then on the lead up to SummerSlam, he squashes everybody.
Absolutely.
Squashes everybody and just wreaks havoc. And then you got me right on board to go, yep, he's going to beat Brock Lesnar's ass. That's my thoughts.
Yep.
I think Gunther walks away with it, and it looks like everybody here on Wrestling on the Spectrum is on the same page.
Yes, sir.
What is the other free show? Oh, okay. I know. Are you going to talk about the other free match that they're showing?
Is it AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch?
It's the Drew
Better not be.
McIntyre Jacob Fatu match.
Okay, we'll get to that, and I'll tie
So-
that into the main event. I'll tell you why in a second. But let's talk about AJ Lee will defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. Well, I will say this: AJ Lee's going to retain here. They're not going to have a quick title change. Here's another reason why AJ Lee may retain here, and I think she will. I think AJ Lee will retain a Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is an opportunity for Paige to come in.
Boom.
Paige, in her debut on the main roster, beat AJ Lee for the Women's Championship, or back then the Divas Championship. Wouldn't it be interesting if Paige returned and AJ Lee is celebrating her title defense against Becky Lynch and Paige returns?
Dude, this is so
Yeah.
not only did Paige debut on the main roster and win the Divas belt, but then AJ Lee left, and when she came back, didn't she beat Paige like after a hiatus?
Yes.
She beat Paige.
Got a revenge.
This is the trilogy. This is the end of that match. Dude, I think one of two things happen. Number one is AJ Lee, belt in the air. Woohoo, woohoo. Paige's music hits. Here she comes. I'm coming for you. Or AJ Lee goes on Raw on Monday and says, I have beat the best that have been put in front of me, and now it is time to do an open challenge. If any ladies back there want the belt, come and get it.
And Paige
Paige's
returns.
music hits. Here she comes. That's how I would book
Boom.
it. I don't know if that's going to be what happens, but let's not gloss over the fact that this is a match that, again, has potential to steal the night
It does.
Facts.
because you have two extremely talented wrestlers in the ring. And again, I think there is opportunity here for this to be something that people are talking
I
about.
do.
After, they're taken away from the weekend. That match between AJ and Becky was incredible. What does this match look like as far as, is this a
May not be the longest match in the world,
Okay,
but it's
yeah.
going to be a lot of hard hitting, and I think Lee retains. I have no doubt. It may not be a long match, but it's going to be hard hitting, and it's got a lot of stakes. A lot of people care about it.
This is WrestleMania. Does Punk come out with AJ? And does Seth come out with it with Becky?
No. I think they'll just let this match be and let AJ just
the
retain.
two of them. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, Brody, official prediction for AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. The Women's Intercontinental Championship is on the line.
I'm going with AJ Lee, no doubt.
AJ Lee, what about you?
We're agreeing again. I'm going with AJ Lee.
Me too. AJ Lee here. Is it, and this is something I've thought about, is it surprising that these two names aren't fighting for the main belt?
No, because I'll
Ah,
tell you who's
cool.
going to be fighting for the main belt. Stephanie Vaquer is going to defend the Women's World Championship, the Raw Women's World Championship, against Liv Morgan. And I believe that Liv Morgan will win the championship. I think the title changes hands on the Raw side for the women. And I think Morgan wins. There's more storyline to be written for Morgan. And you've got a lot of feuds. Morgan can feud with Raquel Rodriguez and
Yep.
Roxanne Perez down the line. You have cracks in the foundation of the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan hasn't won at WrestleMania yet. She needs this win. To me, I think the title changes hands. And I think Liv Morgan is going to win the Raw Women's World Championship. I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to be off of TV for a little while, switch brands, do whatever you need to do with her. Maybe they'll have a rematch at the next pay-per-view. But I think Morgan's going to have a long title reign with this, and there's a lot of rivalries coming up for Morgan. So
Yeah.
I have Liv Morgan
nice.
beating Stephanie Vaquer.
For me, this feels like WWE going, was Liv Morgan a flash in the pan, or is she legit? Like, is she
Yeah.
a mainstay? And I think by putting the belt on her, I think they go, yes, she's a mainstay.
I think you'll
She
see
is-
more cracking in the Judgment
Yes.
Days Foundation.
Yes.
And I think you have rivalries and feuds for at least a year, year and a half.
Yeah, and I think the feuds that Stephanie Vaquer is in right now is solely because she's the champ.
Right.
Yeah.
If you took the belt off of her, what's the story? With Liv, you have a story that you could build all the way through Rumble if you really wanted
Right,
to.
I know.
So I think it's the smart move to put that belt on Liv Morgan. I have nothing against Stephanie McMahon. I think she's extremely talented. I think she's a great wrestler. But as far as who do I believe is champion, it's Liv Morgan, well above Stephanie McMahon, at least right now.
Okay.
So I would definitely agree with you guys. I think once again, we're all in agreement that there will be a title change at Mania, and that title change happens right here with Liv Morgan winning the women's championship.
This match is also free. I believe it's an unsanctioned match. Does that mean no rules? Is that the idea? I don't know. Does it mean no rules, or is this that WWE won't sponsor? I don't know, but I'm assuming that means no rules. And it's Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. The winner of this match is in line to challenge for the WWE Undisputed Championship at SummerSlam. Not a guarantee, but that's probably going to be the case.
Yeah.
I feel like Jacob Fatu has cooled down a little bit as a babyface. They haven't really kept the momentum for Jacob Fatu. He's starting to lose a little bit of steam. I believe Jacob's going to win though, because they're going to keep the momentum going. And I don't think they're going to kill his momentum entirely by having him lose to Drew.
I think the reason that this is called unsanctioned is because isn't technically Drew McIntyre quote unquote suspended? So that's why you have to say unsanctioned.
Yeah.
But when you hear the word unsanctioned,
you think no rules.
You think no rules. And I think this will be no rules. But then why the hell is there going to be a ref there? That's the thing that always cracks me up. They're like, this is unsanctioned. Anything goes, but there will be a ref there to count
the
three.
Worst part is that when they turn the lights out for some reason, then the lights immediately come back on. Like, this is an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, I don't get it. All I know is that I think that WWE has a real opportunity here. And what I mean by that is if there was an unsanctioned match announced for AEW, you know immediately that somebody's probably going to pull out a circular saw and amputate somebody's kneecap. You know that somebody's going to pull out a sniper rifle.
People believe Jacob Fatu is unhinged. He'll do anything to beat anybody.
But that's the thing. I believe this because I don't think that, at least I hope that WWE is going to use all those props.
I agree.
Just have them beat the hell out of each other. And by beat the hell out of each other, the way that I see this,
it's not going to be a long match.
And plus, what you could do is do a lot of it in the crowd, do a lot of it on the stage, do a lot of it in the back. You can do that and still have me believe. Like, when I think of unsanctioned match, I don't know why this is the first match that pops into my head, but Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon. That's an unsanctioned match. You know, they were throwing each other through glass, beating the hell out of each other. But in all reality, there wasn't a whole lot of quote unquote weapons used. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't some sticky weapons. It was just pure violence from bell to bell. And if this match does that, which I think they will, I think it's going to win a lot of people over. Now, we do have to remember one thing, though. Okay? We do have to remember one thing.
Yep.
This is on ESPN2.
Yeah.
So this is not pay-per-view. This is not completely over the top wild.
It's going to be short. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be a
ESPN2.
short match. I have Jacob winning it, but it's going to be a short match, and it maybe doesn't deliver, but I understand why. This is a match to catapult either Drew or Jacob to be next in line to challenge for the world title.
Yeah, I think that this is a match where you got to get Drew on the card.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to get Jacob Fatu on the card, especially since you had him come back from injury. And really, I mean, this whole storyline with Drew was cool, but like, think back to what we said around Rumble time. You were convinced
this was
it was
supposed to be
a
triple threat. This was the three guys in the steel cage. That's why I'm saying they have to settle the score somehow down the line in SummerSlam. To me, Jacob's got to win here because going on my next prediction, not this prediction, I have to go with Jacob Fatu winning it if I'm going to predict what I'm going to predict next.
I'm just gonna say it should have been a damn fatal 4-way
for the title. Brody would have hated that.
No. I know he would have hated that.
They say that one of the worst WrestleMania main events is that 4-way between, what was it, Triple H,
H, Mick Foley, Big Show, and The Rock.
Yeah, like they say that was like one of the worst, and everybody pretty much collectively says it should have just been Triple H and The Rock.
Yep.
But because they made it this fatal 4-way, it was like, what the hell is this? So while I think that match would have been awesome for a Raw, okay, I don't think it's a WrestleMania main event. I think this match, it's tough for me to root against Drew McIntyre in this scenario. I know Jacob Fatu is unhinged. I know Jacob Fatu can do the craziest thing at just a moment's notice. But it's just tough for me to pick against Drew McIntyre. That's who I pick winning this match tonight. I think Drew McIntyre wins. I don't think that this really buries Jacob Fatu. because I think both of these guys are going to be in the title
They're
picture
I agree
when
with
it
that.
comes time for SummerSlam. I think there's at least going to be conversation there. I just don't think WWE really knows right now how to marry everything. And I think we'll see more after this weekend. But again, this is the other free show, or the other free match that you can watch on ESPN2. And make sure you check it out because, again, this is rare. WWE doesn't do this.
Right.
They don't do free shows. They don't do it, especially when it
But
comes
it's
to Mania.
WrestleMania, Tony.
I know, but wouldn't you think?
baby.
Hell, 3 years ago, they would have made me pay an additional $10.99 a month to get the pre-show, you know? And now ESPN is offering it for free. ESPN2 tonight. Not only do you get that, but then you also get tomorrow night as well. The first hour of WrestleMania will be free, both Saturday and Sunday on ESPN2. Pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Pretty awesome. So, okay, you're going Fatu?
Yep. Who are you going with, Brian?
Who are you going with?
I'm going Fatu too, man.
Okay.
And 2 Fatus and a McIntyre. All right.
Here we go.
McIntyre winning, man.
Oh, shut up. Yes, you can.
Well, hold on a second.
Shut up. Yes, you
The
can.
main event of night one, Cody Rhodes will defend the WWE Undisputed Championship against Randy Orton, being accompanied by Pat McAfee. Randy Orton will be accompanied by Pat McAfee. And if Orton loses, Pat McAfee will never be on WWE TV again. First of all, Pat McAfee is everywhere. Isn't it interesting that on the end of the night, on the final SmackDown before WrestleMania, the final show, the two champions are in the ring talking about Pat McAfee?
I thought it was hilarious.
Isn't that something?
Listen, man, I don't know what's happening right now, but I've officially.
What's happened?
What's crazy is how different a week makes. Okay, last week I said I love Pat McAfee. I like what.
Has a celebrity ever been involved in both main events of WrestleMania? At least as a talking point.
No, they haven't. But here's the thing. I think I've kind of accepted it. Just I'm rolling with it. I think it's great. I've loved all the buildup. You know, Cody Rhodes breaking into Pat McAfee's studio and trashing it with a bat. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I think Pat McAfee, did you see what he did yesterday at WWE World?
I did.
When he trolled him, there was a clock down. Pat McAfee name dropped AEW.
Yes, he did.
That is unheard of from the WWE. So listen, I like it. Dudes, I'm kind of into it, man. I kind of like them. I almost wore sunglasses in here today.
Sunglasses, man.
If Randy wins number 15, he'll be third behind Flair at 16 and Cena at 17. Wouldn't that be something? Well, I do believe Randy will win 15. I think Randy Orton beats Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I believe he becomes the champion, and I believe that Jacob may be the one to dethrone Randy Orton at SummerSlam. I'm actually going to pick Randy Orton to win here.
I'm picking Randy Orton to win here too, and I'll tell you why. Number one, you got to somehow get Cody Rhodes to be a heel, and we're kind of starting to get there. Him going to Pat McAfee's studio.
Who's the babyface then to replace Cody?
I don't know yet.
Won.
I don't know yet.
Until we figure out that answer, I don't know if we can turn him full-fledged heel yet.
I agree. I agree with you. Maybe it's Oba. Maybe it's Oba.
We'll talk about that in a second.
So here's the thing. With Pat McAfee in the mix here, ESPN would not put so much, and TKO and WWE, would not put so much behind Pat McAfee to make this a 3-week thing. They know that they can milk this. So why wouldn't they?
Right.
At least to SummerSlam. I don't think Pat McAfee was interviewed and he said, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. You're going to see a lot of me in this ring.
And you got to realize Pat McAfee's show right now is in like kind of like the slow period too. If you think about it, like
no college football,
no
game day,
NFL for real, except for the draft.
Right.
NBA, the playoffs is going to be done, and he barely talks NBA anyway.
Right.
So he has a lot of time to do this in the
Yep.
summer.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I think this is a smart move for ESPN. I think it's a smart move for TKO. I think it's a smart move for Pat McAfee. And I think it's a smart move for me as a wrestling fan.
Yep.
Because I am very excited to see where they go with this. I initially, I don't want to say I was a hater. I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Putting him in the main event, I didn't get it. I'm starting to get it.
Okay.
Because this is why I say I'm starting to get it, Brody. Are we talking about this match that much if it's just Randy versus Cody?
Yeah, I think we are.
I am.
I think
you
we
think
are.
just Randy versus Cody?
Yes.
We're talking about it.
Randy's
People
my
are
favorite
talking
wrestler.
about it.
Like,
People
that's my
love
favorite
Randy.
guy.
I mean, people love Randy. They want to see this match.
I agree. Take Pat McAfee out of it. Does ESPN promote this as much as they've been doing?
Probably
No.
not.
And there it is, everybody. There it is. Because in their minds, they're going, we already know that ticket sales are down. We better do our best to try and get people to watch us on TV. And this is the way that they're doing it. They're getting people to talk about it. Now, you had mentioned that Randy, if he wins tonight, it'll be his 15th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a world where Randy gets 17?
No. This is it for Randy.
You think 15 is it?
This is it. This
I
is the
see
final
people
title
saying-
run for Randy Orton.
I see people saying that they would not be surprised if Randy Orton
I don't care
at
if he
least
wrestles
got
until he's
16.
100.
be
This is
surprised
his
with
last
16,
big
bro.
title reign. This is it for him when it comes to his last title reign.
Don't you think that there is a way that you can build a story behind Randy Orton trying to match
Cena.
I'm not
You
even saying
could do
Cena.
it, and
I'm
he'll
saying
talk
Flair.
about it.
I'm saying Flair because if you really think about it,
Well, Flair
they
did
have-
mentor Orton when he was younger.
that's it.
That's
He
what
was
I
his
saying.
mentor,
I
and
know
now
he's
he's
gonna get
saying
another one.
the last thing I want to do before I leave
Maybe.
WWE is put myself on the same level as that man right there and gut to number 16. Now, here's the problem, though. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but Flair on social has been very vocal.
No,
and has not
it's
been very-
21.
he has not been very positive about the WWE lately.
No, it's really
So-
21, but I go by 16. No, Rick, it was really 16. One night. Losing the title in the same night doesn't count, dog. I'm sorry. No. No, I'm sorry, Rick.
It's like hooking up with the same chick on a weekend and be like, man, I just was killing it this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
I won the
okay.
title, but I
Yeah,
lost the
okay,
title in
dude.
the same night. Come on. No.
Absolutely.
You're the only person in the world that kept track of that because I certainly didn't, Rick. You're the only one.
He goes, that doesn't count, dog. Hey, you just dogged Ric Flair. Hey, dog, that doesn't
That little bro, that doesn't count.
No. He's a 16-time, and he's the
Okay.
greatest wrestler in history.
So bring it to me. What am I getting out of this match? What am I going to see?
you're going to see Randy Orton get number 15.
Okay, but like, am I going to see?
No, I think you're
back
going to
and
see
forth?
McAfee interfere. I'm sure they'll do something with him.
Come on,
but I
say
think
it.
he
Who else is going to
loses.
be interfering
No,
in this
Jelly
match?
Roll will probably interfere as well.
Somebody said that the way that you incorporate Jelly Roll into this match without ruining anything is have Jelly Roll come out and sing a version of Cody Rhodes' theme song.
That'll
I'll
work.
take that.
Or
I
Jelly
would
Roll
take
stops
that.
Pat McAfee. What about if Jelly Roll stops Pat McAfee from interfering?
Okay,
And Cody
no,
falls to the
but no,
three
no,
most
no.
dangerous letters in all of professional wrestling, RKO.
Okay, yes. Thinking about it in reality, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. But that leaves the very small chance that they're going to go Pat McAfee versus Jelly Roll at Backlash. Because
No, they're going to do the tag thing where it's Cody and Jelly Roll versus Pat McAfee and Randy Orton at Backlash, probably.
I think, again, this is me putting my conspiracy theory hat on. I think they leaked that information to get the general public's feel on it. They will see that the general public was like, wait a minute, the main event at Backlash isn't even going to have the titles? What is wrong
That's
with you?
true.
And I think they read that and they went, okay, let's just do the rematch of
They
Cody and
probably
Randy.
will, and they probably will.
And then if they do, I'm telling you, I'm okay with celebrity matches. If you give me a celebrity versus celebrity match, that's where I draw the line.
Okay.
Because there is, and again, I have said that Pat McAfee is more of an employee than he is a celebrity. So that's how
That's
they
fair.
look at
That's
it.
fair.
Nah. I just want Jelly Roll to be there. Maybe even Jelly Roll just shows up
Yeah, bro.
and just his presence scares Pat McAfee. I don't know, man.
No, or like,
Oh.
I don't know. I would rather see Pat McAfee and Randy Orton just like
Beat the
his
hell out of
thing.
each other.
Yeah, like
Just wrestle.
yeah.
I'm totally down for that.
I don't want to see any interference.
I don't want to see any
But I would be
interference
cool-
either.
But like once Randy wins the title, I'd be cool with Pat McAfee and him just like messing up the whole brand by like messing with
Okay,
people.
what
I'd
if
be cool with that.
Randy wins? They start pounding on after the match. They start pounding on Cody. They're like, "We're gonna bury you. You're gone forever." And then Jelly Roll comes out fine.
That's fine. That's fine. Just do it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Now, here's something I was thinking about too, and this is something that I think is very interesting to think
Okay.
about moving forward when it comes to Mania. There are reports out that Randy Orton is not feeling great.
Oh no.
I saw.
That's
from
what I'm saying. Like, I don't
WrestleOps,
think he's going
from
to get
Sean
to 16
Ross
or
Sapp.
17.
They say that he is going into this weekend in a significant amount of pain. The one thing I do want to see in this match, and I don't know if we're going to get it, I want the Cody cutter into an RKO.
That could
Spring off the
happen.
middle rope, boom, RKO. I think it could be one of the coolest looking spots ever, and it might even take the place. What's your favorite RKO? Do you have a favorite RKO?
I do. It was the one with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31.
That
was
one.
my
So
favorite
that's
RKO.
my number 2.
Yeah.
My number 1 is I don't know if it was Matt Sydal. It might have been
It was when Evan Bourne went off.
Evan
the top
Bourne,
rope?
yep.
Evan Bourne's was insane.
when he did the jump off the top rope and Orton caught him. I think that was probably the cleanest, the most beautiful RKO I've seen. I want it top today. Randy, do it for it. Do it for your hometown and catch him off of that Cody cutter and just put him to sleep.
I think that's possible. If Randy doesn't win this match, and he is in a lot of pain, he doesn't win the match. I think Randy's days as a main eventer may be over. If he doesn't win the match.
So I don't think so, especially considering.
Do you really believe if he loses to Cody here, he may never headline another pay-per-view again?
That's
if he loses. I'm not saying if he wins.
As far as
saying if he loses,
main eventing,
if he loses this match, is last pay-per-view headlining main event ever.
Yeah. Well, man,
you can't say that.
What?
No, there could be a
elimination chamber
or something in St. Louis too.
Elimination chamber.
I'm talking about a singles match and a main event. This could be his last. If he loses, if he doesn't win, if he loses, this could be his last.
Agreed.
I can see that. Though.
Agreed.
Okay.
I agree with that statement 100%. If he loses this match tonight, it will be his final singles main event PLE pay-per-view match.
Yep.
I agree with you there.
Yep.
I do.
If he loses.
All right. Official predictions
Randy
for
Orton.
the main event of night number 1. It's Randy Orton with Pat McAfee against Cody Rhodes. Brody.
Randy Orton.
Ryan. RKO. Bye-bye, Cody. I think you're going to lose it. And I think that's how we wrap up night number 1.
And
Goodbye, Homelander. See you later.
Wait until we get tonight, too.
See you later, Guile. By the way, has anybody seen that? The trailer for the Street
I
Fighter
have.
movie?
Roman Reigns is in it, too.
Dude, it looks awesome.
It's great.
It looks great. I'm super excited. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, both in it. I think it's fantastic. Here's the other thing. I think the success of this movie will dictate the future for Cody Rhodes as well.
Interesting.
Because I think he's starting to really look into those major Hollywood roles. Those Hollywood roles. John Cena did it. I think Cody Rhodes is the next.
He may be.
I think he is. So we'll have to see. Maybe that plays into whether he walks away with the belt tonight or not. Night number 2 of WrestleMania
I'm
tomorrow.
ready for this.
Here we go, baby.
Here's a match that's going to be free on ESPN2, I believe. It's a match a lot of people are talking about, and he will be accompanied by Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Yes, Paul Heyman will be accompanying Brock Lesnar. Yeah,
that
is
is
opening match for night 2.
That is the opening match. That is what they are starting off.
Do you know what's great?
WrestleMania
Brock
night 2.
Lesnar redefined opening match, all because he wants to go home to Canada so quickly. He actually makes the opening matches not typically opening matches.
Did you know that, Ryan?
Yeah,
that's a real thing.
I know. I read about that.
Brock Lesnar has requested to be as early as possible on the card. So literally, when it's over, he goes straight to the airport, gets on a plane, and goes to Canada.
I'm serious.
That's a beast. Hey, and guess what? You're Brock Lesnar. You have that ability.
Absolutely.
Show up, get the bag, and leave.
Leave, baby. That's what he does. He shows up, causes hell. Goodbye. And I absolutely love it. So this again, ESPN2 tonight and tomorrow. They're doing an hour of WrestleMania for free, and this is what will open up the show on night number 1. Brody, how did we get here? How did we get to this Brock Lesnar Oba match?
They called up Oba Femi to the main roster. They had a little bit of a face-off at the Royal Rumble. People got excited about it, and Brock decided, you know what? Oh, I hope Brock decided, well, I'll just put this kid over at WrestleMania, and that's how we got here. I hope that's what's going to happen. I hope.
I saw, on one of the clips. On one of the clips that we posted out this week, and by the way, if you're not, make sure you're following us on all the socials at Wrestling on the Spectrum, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok, all over on X, formerly Twitter. We are at Wrestling OTS. We put clips throughout the week about wrestling and about general silliness as well. So I saw a lot of people comment when we were talking about it's rare that Brock is thought to be putting somebody over. A couple people commented and said, let's talk after the match on Sunday, because we are not sure.
There was
yet.
actually a commenter that actually wanted to see Brock win, which I was shocked about.
Okay, so let's say Brock wins. What does that do, Brody? It doesn't help Brock Lesnar.
No, I mean,
it doesn't help Oba.
If Brock beats Oba, this will tell me, okay, front office, the office doesn't believe Oba's ready. And or just Brock just decided I'm not going to put this guy over. And what are you going to do then? Those are the two scenarios. Those are the only two scenarios I can think of where Oba doesn't go over here. I think Oba goes over, in my opinion.
I think
He almost
that
has to.
That's what I'm asking, Brody. My bad. I have a question.
No, go
you're good.
ahead,
Here's
Ryan.
my question, Brody. Can Brock really just show up and be like, you know what? I'm not putting Kid over.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he can just be like, you know what? I want to go back to Canada and I want to be on top. I'm not putting him over.
Yeah.
guess what?
Absolutely. It's happened.
That's Hulk Hogan. That's
Well,
literally.
Hogan, though. Like,
I think Lesnar is almost bigger than Hogan
Lesnar's done it.
because Lesnar has succeeded in MMA. Lesnar, I mean, I consider it succeeding because he made a practice squad of an NFL team
Yeah.
with very little football experience behind him. Succeeded there, succeeded in the ring. I think he's got that ability to. He
Easily.
can show up tomorrow, and right now on paper in a sealed manila envelope, it could say Oba over Brock. Here's the finish, and Brock can show up tomorrow and go, "Here's my thoughts," and it's all changed.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yep.
Because he's Brock Lesnar, but also,
we need to start calling him Brock Hogan.
But-
Absolutely.
but
Instead of
also,
Cody.
tell me if I'm wrong here. I think by Brock Lesnar putting Obafemi over, okay,
Yep.
and taking the loss,
Sure.
it gives Brock Lesnar exactly what he wants, and that is the ability to come back whenever the hell he wants to.
Exactly.
If he wants to
Yeah.
take off 6 months and not come back until Rumble, cool. If he wants to take off a week and then come back at the next Raw, or if he wants to just randomly show up right before SummerSlam to set up that Gunther Brock match, he could do it. Because just think about it. Gunther, the Monday before SummerSlam, is in the ring talking about how he's run through everybody on the current roster and he has nothing to do for SummerSlam and it's a shame. And Lesnar's music hits and everybody is going to be talking about that match. You don't need a buildup. With Brock Lesnar, you do not need a buildup. All you need is to show up and cause hell. And this match here is not even a match. It's a collision.
Yes.
And I can't wait
Love
to
that
see
word.
what the hell's going to happen.
Exactly.
I can't wait. I think of all the matches on the card from top to bottom, Saturday and Sunday, this is the match I'm looking forward to the most.
A lot of people believe that.
I think this is the match. And like we mentioned, I hope it goes the way that we said. This is a 12-minute match, and 8 of those minutes are entrances.
Yeah.
In and out.
And
Just-
when that pop happens, when Oba kicks out of the F5, that'll be maybe the biggest pop of the night.
I agree with you. I am very excited about this. I'm actually even more excited that it's on ESPN2 for free.
Yeah.
Because again, what is your goal with these pre-shows? You don't want to give them everything. You don't want to give them.
By the way, for all those people out there, and Tony, you're going to talk about this in a second. There are rules in this match. It's not like it's
Yeah.
heavily
Oh, yeah.
stipulated. There's no steel cage. They don't have to put each other through a table. This is just a straight up match.
This is going to be a lot of Brock grabs him, gives him a suplex, stands there, calls him a bitch. Oba gets up, throws him against the ropes, over the ropes.
Well, I think
Oba
Brock
does the
dominates
dance.
the first 2-3
Oh,
minutes
flip
of the
it.
match, and then when Oba has that comeback, it's the biggest pop of the whole night. Oh my God, that's when this is on Oba Femi. You got to show that offense.
Yeah.
Whatever
you sure do.
your big moves are going to be in the WWE, it's got to come out here,
Yeah.
and then end it
absolutely.
with an exclamation point. I think Oba Femi wins this match.
Again, this is the perfect match to be on that hour free
I
on
agree.
ESPN2 because you're going to see the crowd go crazy. 2 unbelievable specimens
Monsters.
of men
Monsters.
You know,
Monsters.
in the ring.
Yeah.
They both can work. And I just think that this is the perfect free match to give people and the perfect match to kick off night 2 of WrestleMania 42 live from Vegas on ESPN. So again, I ask you, Brody, this match, who do you get?
Oba Femi to me is going to win this match.
Me too. Obafemi for sure.
I think Obafemi will win this match. I think Obafemi should win this match, but I would not be surprised to hear Brock Lesnar's music at the end.
Oh.
I would not be surprised because again,
But
Ryan,
that's
you-
Oba back though.
Hey.
Just remember, it does set him back.
It does. It does if the finish is straight up. If something happens,
Oh, I don't want to see any interference.
Well,
We don't want
here's-
to see that.
This is the wrench I was going to throw into your plan.
Except Gunther.
Guess
Yeah.
who else is a monster that makes sense to
Gunther.
throw into this mix? Gunther.
That's the only
And
one.
if that happens, how they do it matters. But I think I'd be okay with it. If he comes in and has some sort of face-to-face with Brock, or gets involved and Oba, he attacks Oba. I don't know what would happen here, but I think I can see it making sense. That's pretty much
Do
it.
you remember the last time they tried this? It was Brock versus Omos at WrestleMania 39.
What?
And nobody ever remembers that match.
Nobody
Brock
cared.
won.
Nobody cared. And I think the main reason is because, again, that felt forced. This doesn't. This doesn't feel forced. And with I almost believed him as a giant. But then
I
looked at him
never
and I went,
got Omos. I just viewed him
you
as
are
another
moving.
giant.
Yeah,
You're
you
moving
are
so
moving
slow.
in slow motion. Oba doesn't.
No, I know.
Oba doesn't. So I think that is where this differs a little bit. And I think that there is an opportunity that we see the next big superstar get their moment and get their start right here at WrestleMania on Sunday with Oba going over on Brock. What's next for night? Hell, that is match number 1.
That's number 1.
Number 1.
Brock, just saying, he is 6'3", 286.
Yes.
Oba 6'6", 310.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's what's going to be in the ring night 1.
That's ridiculous.
I mean,
they
night 2.
they would not be able to ride a Ferris wheel together. Those
No,
two
they would
bring
not.
it down,
Imagine
everybody.
sitting next to them on a plane.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll stand. Thanks.
Next match we'll talk about here, the Demon Finn Balor. So he's going to be in a lot of face paint. He's looking for revenge against Dominic Mysterio. Could be one of the most underrated matches on the card. Obviously, Dominic Mysterio and all the Judgment Day attacked Finn Balor like a bunch of hyenas attacking Scar. This is hard for me to predict who's going to win. I think it's one of the more underrated matches on the card. It may not be the longest match in the world, but it's going to be a lot of good technical wrestling. This may surprise some people. I don't think Finn gets his revenge. I don't think Finn gets it.
I just have to stop you. Hey, guys, what are your thoughts on this match? Well, considering that both Patrico and Brody at the same time went.
It's hard. It's hard to predict who's going to win this match. I got it. I'll throw a wrench in it. I think Dominic Mysterio wins. I don't think Balor gets his revenge because I know it buries Finn, but I think they believe in Dom more. I just think they believe in Dominic Mysterio more. Rey Mysterio's back. I got Dom beating Finn. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm giving you a scenario where it could, and I believe Dom is going to win this match.
Let me tell you why I think Dominic Mysterio is also going to win this match. Because they have no faith in Finn Balor.
None.
Oh my God.
Because they just randomly went, oh, the demon's coming back. Put the demon. People love the demon. Go back with the demon.
Demon home.
Don't care.
Demon
I
home.
don't care. I'm more upset that Dominic Mysterio is even in this match.
Yeah,
I'd rather see Dominic Mysterio in the ladder match.
And we'll talk about that next.
Facts. Yeah.
So I'd rather see that than see this. This match to me, God, I even hate saying this because I like both of these guys, but this match to me, this is my potty match. This is the match I'm going to the bathroom. This is the match I'm eating some pizza. This is the match that I'm going to make sure my kids are ready for school on Monday. This is the match that I have probably, I'm going to say it. This probably is the least interesting match to me.
Are you sure? What about the Intercontinental Championship match? 6-pack ladder match.
See, there's at least. Now we'll talk about that in a second. I think that match is cool.
I'll give you. Okay.
I'm down for that match because I think some cool things could happen.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
This is less interesting than the women's championship match.
Yes.
With Jay Cargill and Rhea.
Yeah.
Yes. I think this match is the most match on the entire weekend card.
Now I have a question. Instead of like having Dom versus Finn, would you guys would have rather saw like Finn versus Sammy somehow?
No.
Like, do you think?
Don't have Finn on the card then.
Thank
it's
you.
the only way to get Finn on the card.
Don't have Finn on the card at all.
There's no spot for Finn Balor right now.
Okay.
There's no spot and no story for Finn Balor. So instead, I also think that the WWE thought people would care more about the breakup of the Judgment Day and Finn Balor.
I think we're on the women's side. They will, but not the men's side.
That's my point. I don't think anybody cared that Finn Balor got ousted from Judgment Day.
Exactly.
Everybody wanted him to leave.
Yeah. It almost feels like to me the same time when Edge was removed from the Judgment Day.
We don't care.
It was, whoa, okay. Whoa, oh my God, I can't believe that. Okay. and then we were done with it, and we were
I
fine.
just don't like that they like advertise the demon. I get it, TKO, you get those 3 big letters, but like
That's fine. It's just face paint, Ryan. It's just face paint.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
yeah.
So, okay, who wins this match? I mean, God, we just beat this match to hell. Hey, guys, who do you think
It's got to
gonna
be
win this?
Dominic
Yeah.
Mysterio, Dirty Dom.
I think it's Dom too, and I also
so
think
the demon is just gone.
Gone,
Like, he's
yeah.
just buried. Like just
If he's
gone.
not on television on Raw, I'm not going to shed a tear.
I think that this is definitely. You know what? You know what a good thing to do here. You want to talk about career killer? Finn versus Gunther on the build to SummerSlam,
Wouldn't that be great?
and then write him off for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
have him come back when
Yeah.
the time is right. I don't know, but I think Dominic Mysterio definitely here. I think this is the
All
way
right.
to go. So for sure.
Ryan, where are you going with this?
Come on, man, just say it.
Dominic Mysterio.
Fine.
Thank you. All right.
Now- This is important here. I
Oh
want
my gosh,
everyone.
They just buried the demon.
Okay. I agree with you.
We sure the hell did.
The demon dead.
Yeah. 6-pack ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Penta will defend against Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. I know everyone's going to say Javon Evans. I'm going to tell you why it shouldn't be Javon Evans. Because remember, if Oba wins, Oba's going to have that Braun Breaker, Gunther Intercontinental Championship reign right after he beats Brock. If he beats Brock, which I assume he will. So whoever wins this match is going to have to lose to Oba. Just want to throw that out there. So before you make a prediction,
So you think Oba's going to take the IC
yes.
belt?
Well, yeah, because that's how Paul Levesque has done it. Braun Breaker's had it. Gunther's had it. Almost makes sense
Yeah.
that Oba wins it.
Hmm.
And I think it's going to be within the next month. I don't think it should be Javon because Javon should not be the guy to lose to Oba.
Facts.
Period. He's going to win the Intercontinental Championship belt like 6 times in his career. He
Who,
is not.
Javon
He does not need the moment. No, he doesn't need
Yeah.
the moment here.
I get it.
It's not for him.
No, you know what this is? This is Javon Evans' moment to do something cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need him
not
to win
gonna
the
win.
win.
He came in.
Yeah,
Do
not
something cool.
not get the win. Do something cool. Put a 25-foot ladder on the outside and
Yeah.
jump to a 12-foot ladder on the inside. Something that makes me go holy ish. That's Javon Evans' moment
Yep.
this weekend.
I batted
For
it
sure.
back and forth in my head between these two guys. I think Rey Mysterio actually wins. They added him into the match.
Ew.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. If
Oh.
Ray
Clippers
wins
this
this
year.
match, he loses to Oba. Think about this. Oba beats Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. That could be a fun match. I believe that's what's going to happen.
You think
I'd
Oba
rather-
and Ray could be a fun match?
Yes.
I'd
I
rather
think
see
Oba
Gunther
and-
just squash Ray. I'd
I-
rather see that one.
I think Oba and Ray could be a fun match in 2007.
Yeah.
2026, no freaking
But it's going to mean
way.
something. Oba
on
beating
them.
a Hall of Famer for the Intercontinental Championship means something.
It does, but I'd rather Rusev win somehow and then Oba versus Rusev.
No.
That is a
No.
snowball's chance in hell that you're going to see
No.
that. You know why Rusev is in this match? To catch all the light guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's in this match. He is in this match to catch all the light guys and to do something very violent and very brutal with a ladder. But there is no shot in hell that Rusev walks away with the belt. I think Penta retains here.
That's not a bad pick. That was my other pick.
I
That's
think
what I want
Penta
to happen.
retains because I think Penta is hot right now.
Hot.
And Penta sells. His merch sells. Everybody's
kids
doing
love
the
him.
walk. Everybody's
Do you
doing
want
the
to see
Piano
Oba
Mendo.
and Penta, though?
I would
I'm more
love to see
excited about
Oba
Oba and
and
Ray,
Penta.
I feel like. Than I am Oba and
No,
Penta.
I cannot even. I'm trying my best, Brody, to close my eyes and think of a world where Rey Mysterio
Wouldn't it be
and
something,
Oba is
though, if
interesting to me
Oba
in
just
this now.
annihilates Ray and Dom comes
That's for
here?
the
That would
career
be
killer, though.
something.
I just can't.
A 51-year-old man against Oba Femi.
Let me just say this,
It
and I'm going to
means
say this out loud,
something.
guys. I'm sorry if this offends anybody, and I don't mean for it to, but I'm just going to say Rey Mysterio needs to hang it up. I like Rey Mysterio. I loved Rey Mysterio when he was in his prime. Rey Mysterio now, what he's doing with AAA, I think is
That's
great,
cool.
filling in there. What he's doing, what he was doing with the LWO, I thought was okay. You're going to take Oba Femi and have him beat Brock Lesnar, and then his next opponent is going to be Rey Mysterio.
It could happen on Raw the next night. I'm not kidding you.
It's a grizzly bear versus a
It could happen on the next
grasshopper.
night on Raw. I'm not even kidding. It could happen.
That'd be funny though. The next night he just comes and squashes Ray.
It absolutely could happen. I've seen it
While
happen.
he's celebrating the he just comes.
Remember what happened with Matt Cardona?
Ah, man,
That'd be
listen.
hilarious.
I just don't
I
know
wouldn't
about it.
want it.
Hey, how about this? Somebody in the chat here, which by the way, you can watch us live on
Absolutely.
YouTube single episode. They say Rusev was a lot more fun 10 years ago when he was dominant. I agree with you there.
I agree with that.
I think that this is not all Rusev's fault because I do think that, unfortunately, I think the WWE and AEW didn't know what to do with Rusev.
Exactly.
Because Rusev, to me,
Can you
was
imagine
always the dominant force.
Do you know how he debuted in AEW as Kip Sabian's best man, and he wore a pink Minnie Mouse shirt?
Cool.
That was the biggest drop of the decade, the worst debut ever.
Where real wrestlers wrestle, baby.
I think where
real wrestlers wrestle. Baby.
I think where they really dropped the ball in WWE with Rusev was, I understand him coming out without boots on and doing all that.
Because when they dropped Lana, I feel like is when he lost a lot of luster.
Yeah, and I think really what they should have just done with Rusev is built him kind of like how they built Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Or Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They really didn't. They tried to do too much with him, and then, I don't know. The Steiner recliner thing is kind of funny to me. I mean, I just laugh at it, yeah. But I definitely think he is going to be an integral part of this match. I don't think there's a chance in hell he wins.
No.
But again, he's the brutal violence part of this match. I think you've got Javon Evans to do some crazy stunts. You've got JD McDonough to do some crazy stunts. Dragon Lee to do some crazy stunts.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening here. To be honest with you, if there was one person that I would remove from this match, it would be Rey Mysterio. So
no, come on.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio's a Hall of Famer.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Rey Mysterio is a Hall of Famer. That's great. That's
I'd
fantastic.
rather have Chad Gable in it.
I don't. He's a Hall of Famer, which to me goes, you're a Hall of Famer. You've done everything that you are doing. I don't need Rey Mysterio on the WrestleMania card in 2026.
That's harsh.
I don't. I really don't.
No, you're being too harsh.
Just wanted to shout out one of the comments. I've been listening for a few weeks. Really enjoy the show. Glad to be able to listen live. I am excited for Mania.
Awesome.
Great.
We are too, man. We are absolutely stoked about WrestleMania. And if you are listening, you're in the chat room, you're hanging out with us, feel free to let us know your predictions as well. Is Rey Mysterio going to win this Intercontinental ladder match? Should Rey Mysterio even be in this damn match? According to Brody, yes. According to me, no. I don't want him in this match.
According to me, no.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, Brody. He's a Hall of Famer. He means so much to this business. There is a little bit of storyline tied into this whole thing.
Can you imagine a Rey Mysterio Penta feud? That's probably what they're building towards.
And that's fine. And I think a Rey Mysterio Penta feud will be fine for a Rey Mysterio
But whoever wins
match.
this match, I know is probably going to lose to Obafemi eventually.
And that's fine too. But why have it be Rey then? So let me just say this. You think that putting Oba versus Rey is the way to elevate
It
Oba?
could happen as soon as the next night after WrestleMania.
Blah, 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 blah. Maybe.
I would like that. That'd be
Listen, if Rey Mysterio wins the belt at Mania on Sunday, and then on Monday he's in the ring talking about how much it means to him and how he never thought he would win another belt, and then Oba comes down and beat the hell out of him, you got babyface versus babyface.
It's happened before. It's happened before.
I know, but you say that babyface versus babyface is tough, especially when it comes to
I agree
a title.
I agree with that, but in this case, I look at it more as Hall of Famer versus up and coming star. And it's one of those things where I could see Ray just saying, you know what, I love to put Oba over. I got the Intercontinental Championship belt. I know you want to get gold on him as quickly as possible. You want to elevate him. I have no problem dropping it to him. Let's book it.
Okay, here we go. Ready for long-term booking?
Yeah,
I was about to say long-term booking.
Here's some long-term booking. I'll agree with you, Brody. Let's go ahead and say Ray wins this match. Oba fights Ray Monday. Oba wins the belt. Okay?
Yeah.
I think it's great. Oba is then the one who ends the career killer's streak of knocking off legends. You build Oba to Oba versus Gunther. And Oba versus Gunther, Oba gives Gunther his first loss in, 2 years?
I think it's great. Great idea.
I think then I believe. Then I think it's okay. But other than that, I'm just not on the Rey Mysterio train,
But
man.
then Oba doesn't even need the title for that.
Oba needs a title to be more legitimate and needs to be on TV.
But I'm saying,
I think it makes that match more important.
Okay. Yeah.
Why the hell would Gunther and Oba be feuding if Oba is not a legend?
No.
You have that belt involved, and then Gunther goes, okay, yep, I'm taking that belt back. And then all of a sudden you make Gunther be the belt collector. Give him a whole bunch of them. Because he's probably one of the few guys on the roster that you tell me Gunther versus whoever, and I'm not going to give you a definite answer because I got to think, because it's probably going to be Gunther.
It's fine.
And I think that's the way that works. But with this match here, I just don't know. I really, really think that if Rey Mysterio wins this, I'm going to be sad.
There are a lot of people that believe Javon Evans is going to win, and there's a chance that Javon Evans is going to win, but I just don't want to see Javon and Oba yet, and I don't want to see Oba just beat Javon.
All right, so let's put a bow on it. For this match, Brody, you have to pick one person that is holding that title at the end of the match. Who is that for you?
I'm battling between Penta or Ray. I guess I don't want to look like a complete fool and go with Penta, but I could see Ray winning.
Okay, he's going Ray.
I thought he was gonna say Penta.
No, he's going Ray.
I'm going with Ray.
I'm going Penta too. And Ryan, I want you to pull so we can go back and Brody can either put pie right in our face or we can go.
I know it. I know Ray's probably not going to win it.
Rey Mysterio get the title. I'm gonna be so shocked.
If Rey Mysterio picks that title, I'm gonna say a bad word in front of my kids.
Oh
I just gotta
my
let you know.
God.
That's how much I don't want this to happen.
Why?
All right,
what
guys.
Has happened with Ray?
Here's
50.
I know.
I love Rey Mysterio. Not now. Not now.
Wow.
Okay. Hey, guess what? Still more matches to go.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely. We have a United States Championship match we got to talk about here. Sami Zayn will defend the United States Championship against Trick Williams. I believe Trick Williams will win this match. I don't think it's even going to be that much competitive. He's going to come out with Little Yachty. Love the pairing. Love
He
the
is coming
Gingerbread
out with
Man.
Yachty. We do know that for sure.
Yeah, he's coming out with Yachty, and he's done the segment on SmackDown with the Gingerbread Man. Sami Zayn's much more of a heel in this match. Sami Zayn can't sell like he normally does because he'll be the heel in this case. And I think Trick Williams got a lot of charisma right now. They need to get him some gold. So I think Trick Williams walks away out of WrestleMania with some gold, and Trick Williams wins the United States Championship for the first time in his career.
I don't care about this match.
What?
Oh my. I'm so serious. I don't care about this match either. I don't like that Sammy Hogan took Mello Hayes' role.
What?
It should have been
I
Mello,
care about this match.
I think
It's got a lot of TV time.
No Mello, no Ilya on the card is insane.
Here's the deal.
I agree with that on Ilya.
I really like Trick Williams. I really do. I want Trick Williams to be in the ring with Trick Williams-like talent. And Sami Zayn is a great talent, but I don't think Sami Zayn, I think Sami Zayn, I look at him and I see a whole lot of old school in Sami Zayn. You know, a whole lot of wrestler with some personality.
I think Trick
behind
Williams
it.
getting a win over a veteran wrestler, WrestleMania means something for a title. I just think it does. It does have significance. It does help Trick get more elevated in the fans' eyes.
I just don't know if I'm, and again, Brody, I know you're going to be mad at me, but I just don't know if I'm on Sami Zayn anymore.
I think that's
used
fair, and
to
that's why he's a heel. I think that's why he's a heel, because I think fans lost faith that he was ever going to win the title. I never thought he was going to win the title, but a lot of fans hated Sami Zayn for some odd reason, which I didn't think was warranted in the first place.
Has he ever held a main title
He's
yet?
never held a world title, and he's not gonna.
He's a mid-card god.
Bingo.
Like
He's a B+ player.
Like,
He's a veteran wrestler that puts over younger talent like Trick Williams. This is his role now.
How long has Sami Zayn been in the WWE?
Since 2013.
Yeah,
He's been in.
yeah, he was
What?
Yeah.
it's been like
That's
13 years.
outrageous that he's been in the WWE for 13 years
Yeah, he's mid-card god.
and he has
Telling you,
never held the title, the world title.
He's a mid-card guy.
Okay, so here's my question to you then, Brody. Trick Williams wins this. Is this it for Sami Zayn? Where the
Kevin
hell
Owens
does he
comes
go
back.
next?
Kevin Owens comes back and they do their little sage.
Okay, so you put them together as a
Yeah,
tag team?
if Kevin Owens is
That'd be
going to
cool.
return, that would be something. Even as a tag team, if they want to do something. I think Sammy has a role in this company. I do. I think he has a role on the roster. Do I think he's going to be main eventing pay-per-views anytime soon? Absolutely not.
Be honest.
Now,
because-
WrestleMania's in Saudi Arabia next year, so maybe he wins it there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like,
That's it.
But be honest though, whenever you saw Sami Zayn in a championship match, did you actually think,
No,
oh, yeah,
not
he's
me.
going to win this?
Not me.
I just, for me, it's one of those things where it's, and I guess it's fine. I guess for me, I don't want to say I don't care about this match. I guess I just have to accept the fact that Sami Zayn is living where he's going to live.
That's fine.
And once I can get on board with that, okay.
He's in his realm.
He's in his realm.
There you go.
I almost think that there are many times where I look at Sami Zayn and I just ask, just go full Chris Jericho. I think he could go full Chris Jericho with his persona, with his all this. I think it would
Yeah,
work.
grow his hair out long, grow the beard out, and let yourself go, and just say, you know what? I don't care.
Is that what you thought I meant by saying?
Yes. Just let yourself
yeah.
go a little bit.
I just want Sami Zayn to go Chris Jericho and just give up.
Yeah.
That's what he's done.
All right, so Brody, who is walking away?
It's Trick Williams. It's a no-brainer for me.
Oh yeah, Trick. Whoop that Trick.
I'm going to say Trick Williams, but again,
Okay.
you guys will probably have to let me know.
Mello
Because
interferes somehow.
I'll probably be sitting on my deck when this match happens.
That's
So you guys will
fine.
probably have to let me
That's
know.
fine.
Yeah, like
What are you gonna?
look, what's less entertaining to you, Tony? This match or Dom and
Domin Finn.
Finn,
Come
Dom
on,
Finn,
there's no
Dom and
title
Finn.
involved. No star is going to be crowned here.
I like Lil Yachty, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dom and Finn.
Yeah.
Even though I
Oh.
like Dominic Mysterio well above the rest of the three guys.
That's fair.
I like Dom. If it was up to me, Dom would be in the main title picture right now
That's fine.
because I think it's
I wouldn't
great.
put him there, but fine.
I wouldn't put him there either, but I just think it's great. I love everything that they're doing with Dominic Mysterio right now. And you know what? You want me to be interested in Rey Mysterio? Go for it. Have him fight Dominic.
Oh, yeah,
Then
that's
I'll
when I
be
get
interested.
But that could happen. That could easily happen. Dominic Mysterio could be the reason that Ray loses the IC belt.
Here's something that's going to absolutely set
Yeah,
Brody
win.
off. Are you ready?
Oh,
Brody,
here we
if
go.
Sami is going to win the title, it's going to be next year in Saudi Arabia.
That could happen.
Oh,
It could happen.
winning a world title in 2027.
It could
Where the hell
happen
are
in
we?
Saudi Arabia. It
his
could happen.
WrestleMania moment after 15 years in the company. Oh my!
Guys, I quit.
It could happen. No, it
I
could
don't wanna see
happen.
that. I don't want that. No,
It
thank
could
you.
happen.
No, thank you. All right, what else we got? WrestleMania
All
night
right,
2.
we have Jade Cargill will defend the WWE Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. I believe that Jade Cargill is going to retain here. I do not think there's going to be a title change. I know a lot of people believe there will be. I know there are a lot of people that are just sick of Jade, but I think it means more if Jade wins this match than Rhea. I think Jade needs to win this match. This is going to be her WrestleMania moment. This could be a career-defining moment for Jade Cargill, and this may be the biggest win of Jade Cargill's career. Mark my words. I think Jade Cargill will win this match. They believe in Jade because if she doesn't win this match, maybe she'll beat Rhea Ripley at another WrestleMania. I think it's the time. I think this is the time right now.
No notes. 100% agree. And I'll tell you why. And I've been thinking about this. Rhea Ripley loses. Nobody's going to care.
She's still the best female wrestler in the
yeah,
world.
She's
still
going to
Rhea
come back
Ripley,
and
still
feud with
mommy.
whoever the hell else is next. And okay, cool, great.
Yeah.
I mean, people are already begging for a Rhea Ripley Page feud. Cool, great. Make it happen. If Jade loses, she goes away. This is the way that you go, hey, Jade Cargill over Rhea Ripley. That makes me believe that Jade Cargill versus anybody, Jade goes on top. And this is the way to make sure that you solidify her as, like you said, Brody, that big deal that, yes, we were right. This is her WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Make it happen. I think that this is the sole match on both nights of WrestleMania where if I was putting on money, I would put money on Jade and I would put a lot of it.
Okay.
Because I think it makes no sense to the story, to the build, to the finish, to the future by putting Rhea over Jade.
Unless they just don't believe in Jade then.
Yeah.
That says something big. Like I said, if that's the case, she goes away, right? Because never in the history of time have they taken the belt off of somebody because they don't believe in them and then given them another push right away.
No.
They've buried them or written them off TV and then brought them back to give them that push. I mean, in all reality, do we know anything on the status of Naomi?
No.
Is she coming back? Is she not coming back?
Not involved in WrestleMania right now.
I know that.
Can't wait till
But
she comes
when
back.
she comes back, that's a perfect person to put
That's
her
true.
in a feud
That's a
with
feud.
Jade.
Bianca Belair, have that feud.
Yep,
I-
and there's another one that you can
yeah,
throw in
there you go.
We are
Tiffany
missing some.
Stratton.
We're missing some heavy
Whoa.
hitters in
We
the
are.
women's
We
division
are missing heavy
I was
hitters.
wondering why the women's division to me felt so light right now.
because there's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of people that are out because of pregnancy and things like that. So here we go. Like, this is an opportunity to really start writing the next chapter for that women's title. And I think by putting Jade over Rhea, it's a way to do that very strong.
Absolutely.
Very strong. So, yes, Brody, here I am on board with you, and my official selection
Jade
is
Cargill.
Jade over Rhea. Ryan, what about you?
If I had to pick to win, I would think Jade Cargill, but she doesn't really excite me that much.
A lot of people believe in Rhea. A lot of people believe
like
in Rhea.
Rhea. I think Jade Cargill physique, but she doesn't really show me anything.
No.
I've been trying to get my lady to at least watch wrestling with us for a little bit, just because I knew this weekend we were going to be watching Mania. I don't care what's on TV. It's Mania this weekend. So I wanted her to be like at least in the know. Dude, she loves Rhea Ripley's theme song now. She listens to it in the car. She's jamming it out.
I'm sure.
I'm like, all right, cool. Getting her into wrestling a little bit. So
Not bad.
she might be rooting for Rhea this weekend, but I definitely am going Jade Cargill for this match.
All right. In the main event of night 2, CM Punk will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' 11th WrestleMania main event. First time CM Punk has main evented in night 2. He's main evented in the first night, so it will be a second WrestleMania main event. This is 11 WrestleMania main events for Roman Reigns. In his so I believe in his 10 WrestleMania main events, he's 6-4. So, and I think he's going to be 6-5 because I think CM Punk beats Roman Reigns. Punk retains. I think the title change on the men's side is going to happen on SmackDown. I think there's going to be all title retainments on night 2. I don't think there's going to be a title change on night 2. I think the titles change a lot on night 1. And they're loading up night 1 this year. I think night 2, we're going to see 2 titles retained. And I don't think the title changes hands here. I think Punk actually retains. I don't see why Roman would win this match. There's no reason to. If you're going to have a title change with one of the main titles, I think it's going to happen night 1. So I believe Punk retains. I don't think there's going to be much of a title change here. Pat McAfee is an interesting element. I have no idea how Punk and McAfee are going to settle their score. There's something to that. And because of that, I think Punk wins.
I think this is the match that probably...
You know what stinks about this match? Paul Heyman's not involved.
I thought about that. I thought about that because he's got history with both of those guys.
Yeah,
so it would have made sense if he was involved. But I also think that this is the match that could really go either way in my mind. I really don't know. I don't have a favorite here. We've got 2 completely different eras kind of colliding in the ring. I think it's safe to say that CM Punk is anti-establishment and Roman Reigns is the establishment. So it's very interesting to see where this could go. Brody, my question for you is, what WWE superstar, Roman Reigns or CM Punk, represents WWE better?
It's a valid question. I think Punk is a wrestling traditionalist. I think he holds the traditions of wrestling and the ideals of wrestling near and dear to his heart. I think they are very sacred to him. I think Roman Reigns grew up in a wrestling family, and he's a second-generation wrestler. You know, he's the son of Sika, for those who don't know, part of the Wild Samoans.
Which, by the way, real quick, CM Punk issued an apology.
Yes.
For talking about Roman's dad.
Yeah.
I saw that, which again, to me, I go, did he really piss somebody off? Because that's very weird to apologize.
The Samoans run things there in WWE, Tony.
To apologize in the middle of this feud, that's weird.
He got that call from Dwayne.
Yeah. I bet he did.
He got that
no doubt that he did.
But isn't that kind of strange, though, Brody? Like, in the middle of this feud where I just watched Roman Reigns in the back of an Escalade curse out CM Punk and call him a bitch and do all this, and then CM Punk issues an apology for talking about his dad. I went, oh, come on, guys. Make that apology on Monday.
Big to the T to the K to the O.
I don't know the definitive answer who represents WWE better. I think Punk connects with the fans more, but Roman has had the better WWE career.
Yeah, I know it's a tough question. I don't think there's a right answer.
No, I think Punk connects with the fans more, but Roman's had the better WWE career. And Roman's the bigger box office attraction than CM Punk. I know that's going to make some people mad, but look at the numbers, folks. Roman Reigns is a box office attraction.
Sure
is up there, one of the biggest in the history of the sport.
I've loved.
The Bloodline is probably one of the biggest money drawing box office attraction factions ever in the sport. Ever. It was bigger than DX.
It was one of the times. Well, yeah, because DX felt week to week was just chaos. When it came to the Bloodline, it was a story. And if you missed 1 week, you got lost. You had to watch what was going on in that story. And I think that worked very well.
How many WrestleMania main events involved the Bloodline? How many?
Probably 100
DX?
already.
I mean, be honest.
It's crazy.
Quick question from Willie. Do you think the Usos join CM Punk and turn on Roman?
No. No chance.
I
The
don't think so
Usos
either.
are on night one, and keep the family out of it as much as possible. I don't even want The Rock there. Just keep everybody out, and I think Punk wins, and I don't think Punk should be at all aligned with the family. There's no need for that. It wouldn't make any sense at all.
I think both main events. I think that there's a possibility where, the past couple of WrestleManias, we've gotten surprise and surprise and surprise. I think both these main events, with the exception of maybe the surprise from Jelly Roll, you're not going to get much. I think all the other crazy stuff might happen before. I think these two main events are just going to be main events.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be any wild stuff.
No.
I mean, we all expect the surprises. We all hope for the surprises. And people are going to be disappointed if they're not. But sometimes I think it's just going to be wrestling matches. And I think that's what
But
this
it's a
is.
star. I mean, both main events are star-studded. I mean, these are the biggest box office attractions in our sport. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. You've got box office attractions in both main events.
So, Brody, couple questions, and then we can put a kind of a wrap on WrestleMania Night 2, and then I just have some generic WrestleMania
That's fine.
questions for you.
Go ahead.
My question about this match, though, is does Pat McAfee get involved?
I think he does night one, but I don't see him being involved in night two.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, you're right, dude. Why was he talking about CM Punk when he's not involved in that match?
As I'm saying, like, and then why are the two champions conversing about Pat McAfee on SmackDown? That's what closed it off. Like, is there something there?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm interested. All I know is this. I am so excited for WrestleMania.
Me too.
And I am so excited for not only night one main event, but also this night's main event. Brody, official prediction for the main event on night 2, WrestleMania 42.
I'm going Punk retaining. I really believe Punk will retain. I think all of the title changes happen on night 1, and I think that I'm kind of confused why they have the women's SmackDown title match on night 2, but to me, I think Punk retains. I don't see movement with the title. I don't think the title changes hands. I'm more confident in Punk winning this match.
Brian?
I got Roman. I want to see Roman in the corner. Hear that spear.
It's fine.
Who do I want to win? Roman Reigns.
Who do you believe will win?
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Because I look at it this way.
You do see a title change happening on
Yeah, I go, what's next?
To be.
What's next for Punk? He beats Roman. What's next for Punk?
Just Punk holding another secondary title, because I feel like that's the bigger gripe. Why is the secondary title being the main event of night 2?
Because they're trying to make it not look like the secondary
I know,
title.
but it feels like the secondary title to the fans.
Yep.
Always has, always will.
Woo, baby. WrestleMania is officially here. I am so excited. Brody, here are some just general questions about Mania, about this weekend. Out of all the superstars that are listed on the card in Vegas this weekend, who is the superstar most likely to get their WrestleMania moment?
There are 3 people: Jade Cargill, Obafemi, and Trick Williams.
You think
them,
there's potential for all 3 of those?
All 3
to get their
of them.
moment?
Oba could get a career-defining win by beating Brock Lesnar that could catapult his career. Trick Williams could walk out with some gold. I think Jade Cargill could have the biggest win of her entire career by beating Rhea Ripley. So there are 3 wrestlers I believe that could have their WrestleMania moments here.
What role, if any, because there's always people that are talking and always people are going to say this, what role, if any, does Uncle Dwayne The Rock Johnson play this weekend?
0.
Zero.
I don't.
No show up. No hello.
Here.
No nothing. We are getting no Rock.
He stays away. I don't need The Rock here.
Okay.
I really don't.
I like that.
Unless Punk wins and The Rock costs Roman Reigns the match, and maybe they set up Rock and Roman. I don't want to see The Rock here.
Has Triple H's version of WrestleMania changed what the show feels like? And if it has, for the good or for the better?
I don't think it's changed at all. And WrestleMania still feels like it's the grandest stage of them all and the biggest event of the year. And we're seeing box office attractions in the main event. So I don't think it's changed much. But if it is, it's for the better.
I love it. I think that WrestleMania has gone from a showcase of showcases to a cannot miss event.
Yeah.
In my eyes, this is a cannot miss event. I would have loved to have been there. I would have loved to have gone. I would have loved to do all that. But even the fact that I get to spend this moment this weekend with my son, who has been talking about Mania. We did entrances last night in my living room. I played Jey Uso. I played Cody Rhodes. They were doing all the stuff. They were, whoa, they were doing all of it. And I went, this is the reason I love WrestleMania. This is the reason that I love professional wrestling. I'm not an adult going to the shows, hooting and hollering and throwing my beer cup in the ring. You know, I'm not that guy. But you know who I am? I'm a guy that looks at this and goes, this is a form of entertainment that I could share with my kids and share with my 2 friends every Saturday morning. And I think there are so many other people out there like me that just love this form of entertainment.
Yep.
And WrestleMania is the best, guys. It is incredible. Whether this card, in your opinion, sucks or is the best card they could have put together, you know you're going to be watching because WrestleMania is a cannot miss event. Brody, before we get out of here,
All right.
I started the show by saying to the casual wrestling fan, explain what WrestleMania is. I want to end the show with you explaining to the casual wrestling fan why should they tune in to WrestleMania 42 tonight and tomorrow on ESPN Unlimited.
You should tune into WrestleMania 42. It's going to be at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on both nights. It's going to be in Allegiant Stadium. Alliance Stadium. I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Allegiant Stadium.
Home
Home of the Raiders.
Home of the Raiders.
That's one thing we forgot to bring up. Oh, let's talk about that real quick before we get out of here. It's at where the Raiders play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess who's part of the Raiders like front office staff?
Tom Brady.
Guess who's been talking a whole lot of ish about wrestling?
Tom Brady.
Charlotte Flair on ESPN on Friday openly invited Tom Brady to show up to WrestleMania.
He may show up. I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
was going to say, do we see John Cena and Tom Brady?
No,
goat attitude adjustment, a goat.
Goat on goat, baby.
Goat on goat.
Goat on goat. I think there's a possibility that we see it, guys.
Jey Uso and Cameron had a little bit of an altercation.
Jey Uso and Cameron. Did you see that?
What? From the Cameron and Monte show? They got it
with Mace on there? Yeah. Okay, so Jey Uso's there, and Cameron says to Jey Uso, I am so sick and tired of them not bringing us main eventers. You're a night 1 dude. I want a night 2 dude. I want a main event guy. I don't want no B player. And Jey Uso goes, then I'll leave. And he took off his headphones. Cameron snapped at him. Jey Uso pulled him over the desk and started wailing on him. Mace had to jump over the desk and grab him.
That's cool.
Hey, like we mentioned last week, I don't want to see Cameron in a match. I don't want to see him in the ring.
But I like that they're showing.
I like what they're doing with
feel
that.
like more mainstream when they're on major shows like First Take a Nightcap.
Yes,
and podcasts and stuff. I think that's cool.
I think it's cool.
I think it's cool too. I just don't need him in the ring. You know,
yeah.
Don't force putting him in the ring. Let it happen in that medium. Don't put him in the ring. Like, hey, I would love if Logan Paul came in here and beat the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in the ring, but if you want to do it here on this show, let's do it. Let's roll with it, you know? So, like, I think that there is a way where celebrity involvement can be done well, and I think this is the pure example of that. I don't think you're going to see anything spill over to Mania where, you know, Cameron's going to come out at WrestleMania and be in the ring. No. But this is getting the product into a whole bunch of people's faces.
Before we head out, how are you gonna?
Yep, for sure. Go ahead.
How are they gonna use Danhausen?
We got about this.
How are they
gonna
use
get this? I gotta get a clip.
Question. I think Danhausen could do a segment with John Cena. I really do. I think they could do something with Danhausen and Cena where he may curse Cena, he may not curse Cena. I think they do something with Danhausen and Cena.
So he said that, and I went, "Yep, that's a smart place to go.
That's cool.
That's a smart place to go." But you know where else is a smart place?
That ladder.
They're gonna steal this. They could steal this from AEW. During that ladder match, somebody goes underneath the ring to get a ladder. They pull it out, and guess who's clinging on the ladder?
Danhausen.
And he curses whoever it is. And then he scurries away. And then when that person later in the match goes up to grab the belt, they can't unstrap it. It's stuck together.
Yes.
They can't do it. What the hell is going on? And then they fall off, and it's because Danhausen cursed them.
That would be interesting.
Danhausen cursed Stephen A.
involved in the
Smith.
title match. That was awesome, by the way.
Danhausen, the fact that he cursed him and then scurried upstage.
That was so great.
I love it.
That
man.
was great.
There's so much fun to be had at WrestleMania. And again, things kick off tonight, 5 p.m. Central Time.
Yes.
On ESPN. Wait a minute. So
just get ESPN Unlimited. Just go to ESPN Plus. That's where all the matches are going to be.
yeah, and if you are a cheapskate and you don't want to go ahead and do that, but you still want to get your WrestleMania fix in, don't forget tonight and tomorrow, hour number 1 of WrestleMania being broadcast for free
Yep.
on ESPN2.
Yes.
Brody, anything else about WrestleMania that you like to cover before we get out of here
The
today?
grandest stage of them all. It's the biggest event of the year. If you're a wrestling fan at all, you know what it is. Even if you're casual, this is the event that you know about. It's WrestleMania. It's the biggest day of the year. It's our Super Bowl. It's our holiday. It's our Game 7 of the World Series, whatever you want to call it. Today is WrestleMania. Tomorrow's WrestleMania. It's the biggest weekend of wrestling all year long on the grandest stage of them all. I cannot wait. WrestleMania 42, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, both nights. It is where the Raiders play. Back-to-back WrestleManias in Vegas. Can't wait.
Guys, just prepare yourselves. Let's plan on doing this for 2 hours next week.
Oh,
as well.
absolutely. We are
Okay,
going to do this for 2 hours next week. Same time, 10 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
If you love this week, wait until you get a load of us next week.
Yeah, because not only do we have both nights of Mania, but we also have the Raw after Mania that we got to
Absolutely.
cover as well. So next week, we are going to be live 10 a.m. Central Standard Time right here on YouTube. You can follow us along. A big shout out to Willie in the chat room for participating all day long. Make sure that you guys are following us on X. We are at Wrestling OTS on Facebook, on Twitter, and on TikTok. Our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are at Wrestling on the Spectrum. A big thanks to the Podcast Heat family. Make sure you're getting caught up. Pretty much every channel is doing some sort of WrestleMania preview, WrestleMania recap. So make sure you're following everybody on Podcast Heat, and make sure that you are back here tomorrow or next week at 10 a.m. on Saturday, Central Standard Time. We will be live. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Brown and Crouppen, online at getbc.com. For Flying Ryan Swingler, for Brody the Brain Herman, my name was Tony Patrico. Happy WrestleMania weekend, everybody.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great time, and we will see you next week.
See you next
This was Wrestling